Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with another Worth of Purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. Today, I am taking a look at Sonic Wings Reunion, which is releasing in Japan this week. Now, this is Physical Paradise, and I only care about physical releases, and this does have one, but it's really quite complicated, so stay tuned for the breakdown later in the video. Links are down below in the description and pinned comment for everything if you just want to buy it without hearing. First, I need to talk about the game itself. Usually I play on consoles, especially one relevant to the physical. However, I could literally only get my hands on a Steam code for this, which, when talking with Japanese publishers, I will take what I can get. So keep that in mind. This is the PC version I am showing here. So this is a new entry in the Sonic Wings or Aero Fighter series, and it's been a long time coming. I was a bit apprehensive about it when it was first unveiled, since the trailer looked like it was still in alpha, and it was kind of bizarre they thought to showcase it. However, fear not, while it still may not be the best looking shooter out there, it is alright, and it plays pretty well. So the game has 8 characters from the start, which is always fantastic for a shooter. I love variety, and this certainly has plenty to offer in that department. There are also a couple of pilots to unlock as well. From the handful I've played so far, they do feel very different. They have different basic shot types, as well as a unique special bomb attack. What I love about this is that if you're playing single player, you can choose to have a wingman with you, one of the other characters. And while they don't fly alongside you or anything, you can also use their special attack as a secondary one, so you can have 2 special attacks if you choose, mixing and matching your preferred ones. Now they're all pretty powerful and, save the day and all that, but different ones may fit different situations. If you choose not to have a wingman with you, well, you will get an extra bomb right off the bat. I am not a hardcore shooter fan, I like playing them, but I'm not one of those who goes for high scores or 1cc'ing the thing. I personally like to have my replayability from elsewhere, and this delivers because each pilot has their own storyline, which, like all the great arcade shooters in history, is told in the best, least effort way possible. Plus, if you have a wingman, each couple has their own unique dialogue and unique ending. I mean, the dialogue between stages is classically mundane. To emulate those old Psycho shooters so perfectly actually takes effort. Like, this is purposeful nonsense, and I love it. I want to see them all the combinations of dialogue and weird or funny endings. That is a lot of playthroughs in itself. And I'm not a maths guy, but it seems like that could be a lot of permutations. The moment-to-moment gameplay, which is what you probably care about, is solid too. Enemy patterns are good, the feedback on destroying stuff is nice. I did have some concerns about your own craft's visibility though. I played with the ninja first, and that was a bad idea since I kept losing track of my placement. Like, he's dark and blends in with the city backgrounds like far too much. His shot types also somehow disorientated me. I think he could have done with a bit more glow around him to help out, just to see where I am. But of the other characters, I didn't have a problem with, thankfully. I just happened to start with the hardest one by accident. That is definitely a Jordan move. There's actually very little I dislike about this game. The visuals are obviously the main thing. Of course, it does look cheap, but at least it still looks like a finished product. I, however, do not like the final level. Of course, they can't go for something dull or boring, but it's just not appealing or epic at all. That does feel like the cheap option for me. Outside of the 8 stages, you have a training mode, you have plenty of difficulty options. You can play in Tate, which will be useful for the Switch version. Now, before I get into the details of the physical release, if you are new here and you enjoy physical video games, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button. It will be the best thing you do today. I give you lots of great info about all the physical games, plus you'll be doing the industry a favor too, because the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media, so do your bit and subscribe. In terms of the physical release, it is a little bit complicated. For a start, North Americans, you are not getting a physical release there. However, this week, there is a physical release in Japan on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. It will be sent out this week, and it does play in English alongside many other languages. There is a standard edition as well as a collector's edition, which comes with an acrylic stand, a single CD titled Reunion, as well as a commemorative patch. Nothing particularly special, at least in my eyes. If you want to import it from Japan and play it like right now or next week when it arrives, well, you can do so via the links in the description and pinned comment. PlayAsia will give you 5% off if you click my link and use the code Jordan2025. However, later this year, there is going to be a European physical release thanks to Red Art Games on their website. This is available to pre-order right now, but it will be sent out in early October, so there's a bit of a wait. Again, it's on Switch and PlayStation 5, but now there are more editions. There is the standard retail release, but then there is a deluxe edition which is exclusive to their website and is the same price as the standard edition but comes with some extra goodies. It comes with a cover sleeve, reversible cover art to say Aero Fighters Reunion, as well as a booster pack with cards for all of the characters. This is limited to just 500 copies on both Switch and PS5, only at redartgames.com, linked down below. And finally, they have the Collector's Edition, which I think is better than the Japanese one. You get a Super Nintendo style box, a soundtrack CD implying it's the full soundtrack, not just a single. You get a double-sided poster, the reversible cover, booster pack, and the Mau Mau acrylic standee. If you want to pre-order this version or any of these Red Art Games versions, you can do so with the links below as well. You can order from Red Art Games' website and get 10% off with the code Jordan10. I believe VGP will be carrying copies of the standard and collector's editions for you North Americans out there. They will still be the European versions, but it'll be a more convenient way for you to grab them. I've linked them down below too, but the limited deluxe edition is only at redartgames.com, and any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I do thank you greatly. Would I buy this myself? Yeah, I would, which surprised me quite a bit, to be honest. I was expecting a cheap, low-effort cash-in on the brand, thanks to the reveal trailer, but it's much better than I expected. Okay, visually it's still on the weaker side, but the gameplay is a lot of fun. I've never really been into the Aero Fighters series before, but when it reminds me strongly of the Saikyo shooters, like Gunbird, I think it is a good reminder of the good old days. Plenty of characters, plenty of customization, accessible but also challenging gameplay. It is a good shmup effort. I don't imagine it setting the hardcore shmup fanbase up to frenzy levels, but as someone who just casually plays them for a fairly relaxing time, I had a bit of fun and I would buy this myself. Will you be buying it? Let me know in the comments below. Are you a fan of the Aero Fighters Sonic Wings series? Of course, if you want to buy the physical, please do so via the links in the description and subscribe, and then check out some of my other physical goodness content. Take care.